Hey, this is Jeremy Vena with J&J Power Sports. In this video, we are continuing our build on the scooter we're calling White Lightning. We're at the very beginning stages of it. So what I want to do is I want to show you how to properly break in an engine on a brand new scooter and also how to change the oil correctly. So this scooter's never had the oil changed on it. It's still got the break-in oil inside of the engine. And what we recommend is this. So once you get your scooter home, if you have to put it together and everything, once you get it together, get the scooter running and let it run for about 30 minutes with the break-in oil inside of it. Now, once it's ran for 30 minutes, you can go ahead and shut it off and then change the oil. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. And the one thing I want to do is I definitely want you to pay attention on how I change the oil. A lot of people out there, even a lot of dealers, they do this wrong. They tell you, they don't show you the proper bolt to take out that's actually considered the drain plug on the scooter engine. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and start the scooter up. We're going to let it run for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to come back and change the oil on this thing. All right, we're back. It's been about 30 minutes since we first let this scooter start up and run, so the engine is nice and hot and everything. We got that engine broken in a little bit. So what I'm going to do is we'll cut away. I'm going to get some things ready. We'll get our camera ready, and I will show you how exactly to change the oil in your 49cc scooter. Okay, we're back and ready to change the oil on our 49cc scooter. Now, couple things you're going to need. One, you're going to need a drain pan. This one here is a little bit too big for this scooter, but it'll work. You can just get it in there. All you need really is something to catch the oil so it doesn't get all over the floor or the driveway or wherever you're going to change your oil at. The other thing you'll need a ratchet with a 17mm socket, or you could probably use a wrench if you wanted, but I like to use the socket the best. If you have like an impact, you can use an impact, but what I don't recommend is do not tighten the bolt back up with an impact wrench. You'll get it way, way too tight. So all you need to do now, when you're going to unloosen the bolt down here, hopefully you can see this on the video, this is your drain plug right here, okay? It's the farthest bolt back. It will be on the left-hand side of your scooter. It's down by your double kickstand. That is actually considered the drain plug on the 49cc or the GY6 engine. So when you loosen this up, all you're going to do is you're going to take your wrench and it's going to go upwards toward the scooter to loosen it, okay? So this one here, I've already got it loosened up a little bit. We went ahead and broke it loose. So all I'm going to do is just go ahead and now I got it to where I can get it finger tight. I'm just going to go ahead and take it all out with my fingers, and this is going to drain out the oil. All right, so now we got the oil draining out. Here's what the drain plug looks like. It's just a little bitty bolt that just goes in there. But now all we're going to do is just let the oil drain out of this. And once the oil and everything is drained out, all we need to do is put back our drain plug in there. And we are ready to put the oil in the other side. Now, what I recommend as far as oil goes, I mean, a lot of people, they ask a bunch of different questions as far as the oil. What I've got today is, actually this is just what I had at the house. It's just some Pennzoil. I'm gonna go ahead and put some Pennzoil in it. And it doesn't really matter what you put in there. I like to run like a Valvoline oil too. They've got like a Valvoline Max Life. It's a really good oil you can put in it. But any kind of good, premium oil that you can put in there, it only takes like a quart. So, don't go skimpy on this. Go ahead and spend a little bit of money, get you some good quality oil, because the one thing you gotta remember in these engines, okay? You are actually running them, at top speed pretty much all the time. So it's not like a car engine where, you're running at a lower RPM. In a scooter, you're running it at high RPM all the time. So it only takes a half a quart, get some good premium oil in there. The other thing I suggest too, so if you have a brand new scooter, okay, go ahead and change your oil about every 500 miles for the first time. I mean, you can even do it a little bit sooner than that because, an engine's going to take a little bit to get broke in, and there could be some things in there from the manufacturer or something like that. There could be some metal shavings, hope not, but there could be, inside that oil, something in there that breaks loose, gets down in the oil. So the one thing you want to do is just make sure you go ahead and change it frequently. I would do the first couple oil changes every 250 to 500 miles, and then after that, you can just keep an eye on it and do it maybe every 1,000 miles. So a lot of people I know, they just stick with every 500 miles, and that's what they do it, all the time religiously, just because, again, it doesn't take very long. It only takes a half a quart or about 3/4 of a quart of oil. And, they just want to make sure, the scooter's got good fresh oil in it all the time. That way, you don't risk anything, getting hurt inside your engine. So we'll go ahead and put this drain plug back in. We're pretty much done. The one thing you want to do when you put your drain plug back in, make sure you tighten it up with your fingers first. do not go in and, you know, stick it on an impact or something like that. Make sure you just do finger tight first. That way, you know, you don't risk any cross threading, because once you cross thread something like this, you're in a world of hurt. So then we'll just go ahead and down and snug it up a little bit, and I'm just going to hand tighten it just a little bit just to snug it down, and that's all we really need to do. So next step, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the oil inside of the engine, and we'll cut away and get the camera set up, and we'll go ahead and show you how we do that as well. So we'll see in just a minute. All right, we're back. We're getting ready to put in the oil back into our scooter. A couple things you'll need. One, a good little funnel. Make sure, you know, it's clean on the inside. If it's a little bit dirty, you know, make sure you just take a rag, wash it out a little bit. That way you don't get any dirt or anything down inside of your engine. Also, we'll need our oil. Now, over here on the right-hand side of your scooter, right here by the muffler, is actually going to be where you put the oil back into it. It's just a little thumb screw. Just unturn it. This will also be where you can check your oil. It's got some little X's on there. You want to make sure your oil is completely up to the very top X. That way you're not running your scooter engine low on oil. Like I said, it takes about 3/4 of a quart to fill one up. So we'll go ahead and fill this up, and we will get it ready for its first ride and some first testing on this little scooter we're going to call White Lightning once we get done with it. So the other thing I like to do is I like to put a little shop rag or something underneath. That way I don't get anything, you know, down on the floor or anything like that, but that's totally up to you. Somebody, you know, you may be chaining it out in your driveway and stuff like that. I know I've done that plenty of different times. So we'll get her full here. We'll check. All right, that is about 3/4 of a quart. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put our thing back in here, and we'll take a look, make sure we've got it full. Another thing on this here, make sure that you screw it in carefully the first few times. You can get this thing cross-threaded, and it's pretty easy to strip out since it is just made out of plastic. And let's check and see. All right, everything looks good. We are full of oil. And we are ready to go out and take this thing for a ride. So this is Jeremy Bennett with J&J Power Sports. Hope you got some value out of this. Hope you learned a little bit of something. And if you have any questions or comments, you can just visit us on our website, jnjpowersports.com. You can just send me an email through there. You can also hit me up on Facebook Messenger. We have a Facebook page for J&J Power Sports. Just, you know, send me a message through there, and I'll definitely get back with you on that. But stay tuned for more videos on this little scooter we call White Lightning. We got a whole bunch of different parts in for this thing, and super excited to get them on there, and super excited to see how fast we can make this thing go. So this is Jeremy Bennett with J&J Power Sports. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.